Hot temperatures continue today up and down the East Coast, though there's a lot of unsettled weather to our south. So New England is actually one of the hotter spots along the coast right now. Lots of 80s off to our south and to our west at this hour, just due to developing showers and thunderstorms. But Westfield is checking in at 91, and to our north in Burlington, Vermont, it's 93. But that's nothing compared to the heat index. And in fact, it feels hotter across the deep south, where temperatures are cooler than us because their humidity is just off the charts. Now, it's actually pretty intense here in New England as well. The current heat index in Westfield's 96. Same for Burlington, Vermont. It was at 99 just an hour or so ago. So it's intense heat, intense humidity, nothing record breaking out there. But, you know, we haven't really had any days this rough since last year. So we're back into the summer season, that's for sure. Now, there is a cold front moving across the Ohio Valley slowly. That's going to be approaching our area tomorrow evening. Now, out ahead of it, there have been some of these pop-ups each afternoon. They've been very few and far in between and mostly confined to the hill towns, and that's what we're seeing again today. A couple across the Worcester Hills, couple across the Berkshires and hill towns, but the valley is staying rain-free and should remain that way through the rest of the evening. So any showers, I don't think we're going to see any thunderstorms. They all fall apart as we get closer to sunset, and it looks like we'll go back to clear skies for quite a few hours this evening. Doesn't bring in any cooler air, though, because the dew points stay so high. Temperatures eventually drop back to the upper 60s and low 70s by sunrise. But I do think we have more cloud cover coming in overnight tonight. And so tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up to some clouds and fog. Once that burns off, which may not happen until we get closer to noon, especially in the valley, temperatures will start warming up. So because it takes a little bit longer for the temps to warm up, we may not reach 90. It's going to be awfully close. A lot of models have us just shy. I think we're going to get there in Springfield, but I think we'll just barely make it. Now, there's a chance for a pop-up shower or thunderstorm in the afternoon, but that's also looking pretty unlikely. I think our best shot at seeing any wet weather comes with the cold front. That'll be toward the end of the day after 4 or 5 p.m., especially in the hill towns in Berkshire County first, and then some of those showers may make it into the valley tomorrow night. So it's hit or miss. It doesn't look like it's going to impact your plans too much, and it stays warm and humid. There is a severe thunderstorm risk with that cold front, but it stays off to our north and west for tomorrow. Once the cold front gets into the area tomorrow night, any severe weather should have fallen apart, but there's still a risk for a few rumbles. Now, temperatures are going to come back into at least the upper 80s, possibly even hitting around 90 tomorrow. It'll be another muggy night tomorrow night. We head into the overnight hours. Those showers and storms will fall apart, but the cold front doesn't really exit. It lingers. So the cloud cover sticks around Saturday morning, and as the day heats up, just like the last couple of days, we'll start seeing some pop-up showers and a few thunderstorms. But even on Saturday, still looking very hit or miss and very spotty. Now, once we get into Sunday, things do start to change a little bit. Sunday and Monday becoming increasingly humid. There is an area of low pressure we're going to be watching coming up out of the south and west. Some scattered thunderstorms are expected for Sunday afternoon and evening. Dew points are going to be up around 70, pretty much straight through Sunday and Monday. And there may be a little bit of a dip in the dew points later next week, but no refreshing air coming our way anytime soon. So Sunday, it looks like scattered thunderstorms, possibly a few stronger ones for the afternoon and evening. Then a period of rain comes in Sunday night through Monday morning. This is about 8 a.m. That moves out, and another little batch of showers and storms comes through Monday evening. After that, though, we should go back to some decent weather. Tuesday, there's a shower chance, but not a guarantee. Wednesday, looking like the pick of next week, and showers and storms return to wrap the week up. Chris, back to you.